So we're a little more than a week into Operation Bellum, and so far things have been pretty interesting. This operation title, if you remember the teaser or have seen it floating around social media, comes from a Latin phrase that goes, Si vis pacem, bellum, meaning, if you want peace, prepare for war. That's real edgy, Ubisoft. I love it! I also found out that Bellum is a type of 9mm firearm, so that's kinda cool too. With this operation, you've probably seen the new specs and patch notes talked about to death, so I'm gonna cover the absolute basics. New ops, new maps, new meta, and the possible future of the meta. For new ops, we've got the much anticipated defenders Maestro and Alibi. I had to wonder if maybe they began leaking information on these two once the hype for Chimera kind of died down and most people were left a little disappointed with the zombie mode. I wasn't one of those people.
Before we start, do you guys want a cup of coffee?
Because it gave me serious nostalgia for Left 4 Dead.
Oh, so many slurry boys.
And if you had a 3-stack, it was a ton of fun. But I digress. Maestro's gadgets are his evil eyes, which to me are kind of like Echo's yokais mixed with Valkyrie's black eyes. What it lacks in movement, it makes up for in strength and sheer annoyance. The mostly unbreakable unit doesn't actually feel super powerful to me because if Maestro dies, the evil eye has no real movement to aid the team, unlike Valk's cams, and now that Echo has 2 yokais that everyone can utilize, it feels a little redundant. However, it might just be that I still haven't perfected a strategy with Maestro yet. I just know you shouldn't run Echo and Maestro on the same round because that's one too many people on cams. If you throw in a Valkyrie, you have a modern teenage sleepover. On the opposite end of that is Alibi.
I think I'm a clone now.
I absolutely love Alibi so far. She's perfect for my particular playstyle, which is super defensive. I tend to gravitate around the objectives, which is why I often run ops like Frost, Kapkan, and Echo. Unfortunately, this doesn't make for very exciting gameplay footage.
I got him.
With Frost and Kapkan, even if I die, there's a chance my gadgets will still aid my team. Since they're 2 speeds, it's possible to roam while my welcome mats or explosives have a chance of protecting the objective. As Echo, I can hang back on the objective and still aid my team because...
Why do it yourself when robots do it better?
Alibi is perfect for me because she gives me more options to roam or anchor objective. And since she's a 3-speed, I can zip around the map to aid my team, or I can hang back and play one of these things is not like the others with the enemy team. I decided to stick to the current meta strategy by using Alibi's default outfit, her iron sights, plus a couple minimal attachments to see if I could fool anyone. Let me just say, I'm going to enjoy this strat while it still works because I have had a lot of success so far.
Oh, God bless.
What's even more fun is rotating positions with Prisma holograms that have already been spotted to nab some unexpected kills. As for Villa, I am head over heels for this new map. It's the first time since Skyscraper that I felt like a map is almost perfectly balanced. There's so many options for approaching the objective and many ways to explore.
Oh yeah!
Oh. And that's not to mention how gorgeous the whole setup is. And the fact Ubisoft gives you an option to play it instead of crossing your fingers for it to show up in the multiplayer rotation, that's freaking brilliant, Ubisoft. That's freaking brilliant. It is a fantastic departure from Tower, which, although it was exciting to play the first few times, has now seemed to become a scourge to Rainbow's player base in the vein of Favela. Except I'm a loser because I really liked Favela. My squad and I have even noticed that we've already gotten a sense of Villa, and yet we still have not gotten used to Tower. And I think that says a lot. There's also the update to Clubhouse, and although we've only gotten a couple chances to play it so far, it already feels so much more well balanced than its previous version. Not a whole lot to say here, but good job, Ubi. I'm looking forward to the next map update. Finally, there's the meta. We're still at peak excitement for the new ops, but I have noticed that Finka and Leon's pick rate in casual has dropped off. Of course, this is just my own observation, and I'm sure things will adjust over time to give us a better idea of what will end up happening to them. It definitely still feels too early for me to say if Maestro and Alibi will totally rock the meta the way previous ops have, and I'm curious to see whether or not they earn a permanent place amongst the commonly played roster of ops, especially after people get used to their tricks. I'd also like to see how the pros start utilizing them in the future, and if this will also have an effect on strategies going forward. Maybe Finka and Lion will fall back into the fold sometime soon, unless the magic around them has faded since Chimera. That's all I have today. What do you think of Operation Bellum so far? What strategy should I be using for Maestro and Alibi that'll help improve my game? And where do you think the game is heading after all of this? Most importantly, is white nail polish making a comeback? Let's talk about it in the comments. I'm Kitty Paws, and thanks for watching my very first video. See you soon. Favela? Favela? Yeah, that one.